Hello, my cuties. I know, it's been so long, and I haven't posted anything. I haven't talked about anything. Let's get started. While I do my skincare, because I just came back from office and I need to clean my face. So let's just chat for a while I do it. I don't usually make such videos. In fact, I avoid talking about politics or current affairs, like because such topics can become toxic very easily. But I have for like past few days I have been reposting few stories and reels about what's been happening around education related protests and public discussions. And one question just kept coming in my DM, and it was like, which side are you exactly on? Like, pick a side or choose a side. That honestly just made me think, like, I just paused for a while and made me think that why do I have to choose a side? I mean, why can't I support an issue without people assuming that I support some political party? Why does every discussion in our country becomes party A versus party B, religion versus religion, language versus language, state versus state? Why can't we simply discuss the issue itself? If someone raises these concerns about education, can we talk about education? If someone talks about unemployment, can we talk about jobs? If someone talks about pollution, can we talk about clean air, clean water? Why does everything immediately becomes a political identity test for you guys? I genuinely don't understand that. And for anybody who misunderstands me and come on me, let me make my position very clear. I love my country, I love my nation, I love my culture, I love my religion, and anybody who knows me personally knows how much I celebrate our festival, traditions, and heritage. They know how proud I am from where I come from, of my roots. But at the same time, your country doesn't mean you stop asking for questions. You stop asking for accountability from the government that you voted for. We have that right. As a voting citizen, we have that right? This is a democratic country. In fact, I think asking honest questions come from caring about the nation. If our education system has problems, we should be able to talk about them. If governments can improve, we should be able to say that. Criticism isn't automatically anti-national or anti-religion. Sometimes it's the first step towards improvement. I got so distracted when talking. I forgot that I wanted to, I started this video saying that I'll do my, I remove my makeup and do my skincare. So I'm sorry for wait, just best rose ke liye it's just too good. You just remove anything and wipe your face off. एक तो मैं अंधी हो जाती हूँ पता है बिना चश्मे के. It's just so annoying. I need to tie my hair. Another thing that I've been thinking about, was what I have been calling it as our escape mentality, and I'm including myself in this too. I am not exception. I am guilty of this thing. Instead of fixing something or fixing the system or holding the system accountable for all the things that we have been facing, many of us has become experts in finding an alternative to a problem. I don't know if you have noticed this with you or with people around you, but I think I have done that. Bad schools, we look for expensive coaching or private schools for our children. Bad hospitals, we try to afford private hospitals. Polluted water, we buy RO filters. Power cuts, we buy inverters. Unsafe neighborhoods, we move into gated societies or communities if we can. Better opportunities, many people dream of moving to West or moving abroad. None of these choices are wrong, of course. Sometimes people don't have other option, or maybe they just want progress. But somewhere along the way, I think we stopped asking why the system isn't improving itself. And to accommodate that need, that urge to compete with the entire world, to compete with the system, we have learned how to escape the problem instead of demanding that it should be solved. Again, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not claiming that I have changed the country or I'm such a reformer or something. But if raising a question starts a conversation, then I think that's still worth doing. I don't know. Oh, also, there's one more thing that I wanted to say. Supporting a genuine cause does not mean supporting hate. If I support education reforms, that doesn't mean I support anyone spreading hatred or insulting any community. And if I reject hateful slogans or divisive behaviors, that doesn't mean I am against the original cause either. Those are two separate things. Nation and educational reforms are two separate things. Same goes for my religion. Loving your own religion should never require you to hating someone else. And respecting every religion shouldn't require feeling ashamed of your own culture. I don't think these ideas are opposite. They can exist together. And I think maybe that's what real secularism and mutual respect looks like. So I just washed my face. So stop asking me from which political party or which political camp I am in. In nobody's. There's no camping here going on. Instead, ask me what values I'm standing for, because I'm standing for better education, better accountability, better public systems, respect for every individual, no matter the religion, and the freedom to ask difficult questions without immediately being labeled. I mean, one more thing I noticed that in education reforms ke aad pe na, there are so many things going on. At first I was like, very like happy that finally somebody is there to talk about children, to talk about our education system. But then I realized that we as Indians always have to have a personal agenda. I mean, I don't get it. I saw some videos where there were like, some anti-religious slogans and anti-national slogans. I don't get it. Wasn't the entire protest and entire scenario around the protest regarding educational reforms and for the kids that actually died because of all that happened? And personally, I have friends who have appeared for NEET. I have seen them struggling. I have seen them slugging. Like, they actually study for 12 hours minimum. I'm not even kidding. Minimum is 12 hours. And for the people who are overachievers, they push for 15 to 16 hours a day. And then to, get this news that paper is leaked, exam is cancelled, exam is postponed. The actual trauma they face, we cannot even imagine. And उस trauma को, उस pain को तुम लोग अपने personal use के लिए कैसे use कर सकता है कोई? I mean, is this where we are going right now? Is this what we want for our country? I didn't realize that जिस youth की तारीफ होती है, इतने reformations चाहिए जिस youth को, they actually don't want retribution at all. I mean, maybe if we spend less time deciding who is on which side and more time discussing actual solutions, we'd all move forward together in a much better pace. If you disagree with me, it's completely okay. Everybody has right to their own opinions, but let's just keep it respectful. At the end of the day, we are all hoping for a better India. See, I am no guru or I am no one to speak about political things or agendas or bills, because I myself I don't think I know much, so I wouldn't say anything that's I don't have much knowledge about. But what I do know is I have seen my friends and many of my people who appear for this competitive exams, and we all know how tough it is in India to actually crack these exams, and the pressure is real. What I just want to know is, how are we going to change this? And this is not the first time that it's happening, right? This is not the first time it's happening. And it's been so, and I was so happy that finally there's someone to talk about students, to talk about students' rights, to talk about students' examinations. But I don't know, I mean, maybe it's just that everybody is using his name and doing their own, fulfilling their own agendas or something, I don't know. But what is wrong with our youth? I mean, our ancestors literally gave their lives for our country, and they were of our age. They were the youth of the India, actually sacrificed their lives for this country, for the freedom of this country, for this country to grow, but not in this direction. Where are we actually going? And anyways, thank you for listening.